Hello everyone, this is Vijayalakshmi from Informatica Technical Support. We are going to see a video KB on how to configure customized tooltip for cleanse function validation in IDD of MDM. So the agenda here would be what is tooltip in IDD, why and where do we need it, how to customize a tooltip and configure it in IDD accordingly, and a summary of points that we are going to discuss today. Basically, what is a tooltip? It is nothing but a GUI element which helps users by providing additional information upon hovering on another element. A simple example would be a form validation wherein users enter the data for all the fields. If they don't enter the data for the mandatory fields, upon clicking submit button, those mandatory fields are highlighted and a message is provided to help users identify what is wrong. So this is an example of tooltip in the real time. When you consider MDM, let us see the use cases involved in tooltip implementation. So the first use case would be tooltip provides more business information about each element in IDD. For example, the cleanse validation errors. So when you are validating a cleanse function, you can use this tooltip to let the users know what is wrong in the fields that are entered. Another example would be the HM data, wherein the users can get to know more information about the entities and relationships involved in the schema upon hovering on each element. So for today, we are going to see about the tooltip implementation in a cleanse function validation of IDD. So let us take a business requirement wherein the user is validating whether the name of the person is null or not. So our requirement is whenever a user tries to create or edit a person record, the name of the person should not be null. So we have a cleanse function validation for this implementation, and we need to show a tooltip in IDD when the name is null for a person record. So this is our business requirement to implement the tooltip. Okay, so before implementing the tooltip, you should be keen on certain prerequisites that needs to be met in order to implement the tooltip in IDD. The first prerequisite is the cleanse function in the MDM Hub Console. You need to have a proper cleanse function in the MDM Hub Console, and the properties for those cleanse functions should be clearly defined. The next prerequisite is IDD cleanse configuration. You need to configure the cleanse function created in the Hub Console in IDD for the corresponding subject area. The third prerequisite is the messages bundle file. So you need to import the messages bundle file with the customized error message so that would be used to display the tooltip message. So the note here would be the variable name used in the cleanse function should match the prefix used in the Hub Console. I'll let you know what is it. So now let's go for a demo. So consider here I have a cleanse function, validate name, and what does this do? It just validates if the name is null or not. For example, I'm giving a name here. If I test it, if the value is not null, it will be displayed. If it is empty or null, it will throw an error. So this is what my cleanse function does. So if you see here, input is a name and I am checking if the string is empty. If it is empty, I need to show an error message. So this is my error message. So let me explain what does this error message contain. So this prefix is what I was talking about, the note. So the variable name used in the IDD cleanse function should match the prefix used in the Hub Console. So this prefix is nothing but the variable used in the IDD. Let me show you the IDD. So in IDD, I have customer subject area group and account as a subject area. If I edit the subject area, I need to have the cleanse function configured here. When you move on to the cleanse tab, so this is what the variable I am talking about. This should be prefixed in the cleanse function of Hub Console. So this is what I have done here, and this is a user defined error message, whichever you want to give here. So click on OK. So this is the error message gone when the string is empty. and then I am passing this to the validation status variable. This should be the same with all the cases. Like this is like a predefined variable in MDM. So whenever a validation occurs, this will check for this variable. MDM will check for this variable to display the error message. So this should be the same, and the error message is sent to the validation status variable. And if it is not empty, I am sending the name as such. So in MDM Hub Console, we could see that it is validating successfully. So now let's go to the IDD. So in IDD, the prerequisite would be you have to check the cleanse tab of the subject area and select the corresponding cleanse function and define the input and output parameters. Validation status would be null here. And again, you have to note that this should be the prefix of the error used in the cleanse function of Hub Console. So I'm clicking on OK, save it, and then redeploy the IDD application after clearing the cache. And an important point to be noted here is, in the MDM cleanse function, you need to specify this format. The format is prefix dot the error name semicolon. And the error should not have any special characters involved, and it should have a semicolon here. If not, the tooltip will not be displayed. So the next prerequisite would be to edit the messages bundle.properties file. So here I need to display the message in English. So I'm opening the messages bundle _en file, and I have this validation error message. You have to prefix the error message with the validation. So the messages bundle file should have the prefix as validation _ followed by the error message defined in the cleanse function. So in the MDM Hub Console, you have this as a error message. Name should not be null with underscores. So that should be there here. Validation _ followed by the error message equal to the customize error message, whatever you wanted to display. So this text name should not be null is nothing but like a code, and based on this code it will search for validation _ code. So based on this code it will display this particular customized error message as a tooltip. So we have to define this in the messages bundle _en.properties file. So after defining this, save it and import it to the existing IDD application using the third option, import to existing IDD application. So you have to select the configuration type as messages bundle and browse for the file. And import it. This will validate the IDD application. Now you have to clear the cache and redeploy the IDD application. Now the application is redeployed. Let us launch the IDD application now and test the cleanse function validation with the tooltip message. Go to data tab and create a new subject area record. My cleanse function was available in the account subject area. Now do not give a value for the name field and click on apply. You will get the validation error, and when you hover on it you will see the customized error message which we have given in the messages bundle _en.properties file. So to localize this tooltip, you need to provide the localized value in the messages bundle _country file. We'll have another video KB for how to localize the tooltip. If you click on apply, this is the error message that is seen. So by this way you can customize the tooltip message for cleanse function validation in IDD. The important points note here are: first is cleanse function validation status variable should be available. So this variable will take the error message as input and display it to the user. Another important point to notice, you have to provide the semicolon and the prefix in the error message of cleanse function, and you need to include the customized value for the error message in the messages bundle.properties file. We have certain KB articles for reference in the context of tooltip. You can refer these KB articles in order to refer the tooltip configuration. Thank you for watching the video KB. We would love to hear from you. You can log into these URLs and provide the feedback for this video KB. Your feedback is valuable to us and it will help us serve you better. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.